welcome to the next video from the Agotapop Christmas Magic Tiny Illustrations page and this sort of Advent event that I'm doing. We're not going to be doing this page today. I just put it there because it's the front page so that you can sort of get focused, I suppose. This is the page I'm going to be using today, and we're going to just be doing this little candy cane. Just a little one today. So let's come in close, have a little look. I've been doing some very boring investigations this morning into trying to figure out what camera to buy. But we're going to do a candy cane. So red and white, I'm going to go just boring, I suppose. I'm going to go slightly pinky reds though, I think, just to be a bit different. But I'm going to start with my darkest red. It's going to be the dark red. Polychromos pencils, by the way. I'm going to do the thicker sections in red. They seem to be thick and thin. And with my dark red, go around the edge. And then just a bit less. Just like that. Okay. And the same here, although this won't, just on the outsides. Like that. Yeah, because this camera is not, it's okay, but I have to charge batteries, and I forgot to charge my spare battery last night, so I've only got one battery today. It lasts about an hour or less. One of my batteries seems to last longer than the other. I think, you know, one's older than the other. And so it's a pain. And I have to take off I think, is it called a shoe? The thing that puts it onto the tripod, because the battery slot is underneath that, to change it, and it's all a bit of a pain. And this is the alizarin crimson. I can use this next. I'm going to go over what I've done and just expand my area of red. So I've written to a local camera shop it's not in our town, we don't have one, to ask them what they would recommend. I was having a look. I noticed that Emily Illustrator puts the camera that she uses in her description, so I had a little look. Unfortunately, don't make that camera anymore, so that was a bit annoying. Also, I think I'm going to have to change brands, which I didn't really want to have to do because I've got spare batteries and battery charger and things like that for this one. So you're sort of thinking, well, I've got all this stuff. Do I want to, you know, buy more? I'm going to go to the pink carmine. So we're going a little bit pink. This is already pink. And I sort of know how to use this, but I don't want to buy the same one, as I've had the same camera break twice. So, you know, once bitten, twice shy. No, you know, shouldn't have bought the second one, I think. Luckily, being under warranty, I've been able to send it back. I'm hoping to get a full refund. I'm still waiting for that. I've sent it back on Friday. It said it would take 5 to 7 days for the refund. It is Wednesday. Yes. And I haven't yet heard back, so I'm getting a little bit, but I'm sure it'll all be fine. Right, my last colour is a pink, the rose carmine. Now we want to leave some white, but not too much. So I'll show you. I'm going to go over what I've done already and then just gently increase it until we've just got the teeniest little line like that. Can you even see that? Just about. I can't. There's a grid line on my camera screen just in that place. So when I looked up, I couldn't see it, but I can see it on my actual picture. I can see that one. So yes, so I've written to them and asked them what they would recommend because they're the experts. And my husband bought a camera from them and they were very good, very useful. So, I mean, obviously they're salesmen, they want to sell you a camera, but you know. Yeah, so, and you know, I said, I looked at what Emily Illustrated uses, but they don't make them anymore. And so, and it's a Canon. And I'm thinking maybe I should swap to Canon. So there's the red. Now we could leave it there. But we have this shine on the red and we don't have a shine on the white, do we? So what do? How do we make it look like that is shiny? Okay, I know how to do it. Luckily I know the answer to my question. Now you've probably seen me do this before and you may have wondered why, because I don't always explain it very well. So this is my cold grey 1. So we're going to try and put some shadow in with this. We may need to add darker colours, but I'm doing the opposite of what I did with the red, and I'm starting with my lightest. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit here and then just fade it off towards the centre like that. Now the idea is we don't want it to look grey and dirty, but we want it to look like there is a shadow on there, so that it looks like it's shiny. Like that. It hardly shows up. So I'm going to take my darker grey. This will probably be the darkest, but we'll see. Oh, my hands are so cold. It's so cold today. It's cold grey 3. It was -4 last night. The frost was very thick. My heating is struggling. The radiator in here isn't working. It's all good, but I've got the door open because no one's here. So I've got warmth coming in from, well, the corridor hasn't got a radiator, but the sitting room door's open. There's a bit of warmth coming through from there. The radiator down in the hallway is sending a bit of heat up. So it's okay. I've got my slippers on, got my fluffy socks on, got a thick cardigan on. I think I'll be okay. Not convinced that looks shadowy enough. I'm going to layer it up a bit more. I also need to fade it a bit. I don't want it to look like it's just a line. And what this does is not only can help that shine look more like it goes all the way round, but also make this look more curved around the edge, like it's not flat. Because this provides a sort of shadow. Like if you look at this pencil, you can see there's a shadow here and here, where because it's not flat, and so that gives it a 3D look. Which is what we're trying to do with this. I think it's working. There we go. Now with the candy canes, once you've finished your pencil work, sometimes I like to put some colour in between each. You know, put a little bit of gold here. It makes it look really festive, but I do think that I wouldn't want to eat it. It could be a nice Christmas tree decoration, but I wouldn't want to eat it if it's got gold. I mean, I know there's edible gold, but I've never eaten gold. I don't know. So I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to leave it. I'm quite happy with how it looks. So our little candy cane, just a simple one today. The idea of this is to keep it quite simple anyway. I'm not picking large things. Some of the videos are obviously longer than others, some of the items being a little bit more complicated. But that's our video for today. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm sure you can find a candy cane to colour along, even if you don't have this particular download. There must be one in nearly every Christmas book, surely. So have fun and happy colouring.